What's up, Libra? How are you guys doing? This is your August 2023 main monthly reading. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. And all of my personal reading options are now open and available. All right, I just want to jump right into this. I don't want to spend a bunch of time sitting around babbling. Let's just get this done. I'm starting these off with past, present, future, mainly focused on the past. But don't get it twisted. If I see something big come up for the future, we will definitely hammer on that right then and there. But that's not the primary focus of this first spread. So, quick past, present, future for Libra, focusing on the past. Let's get a good little energetic outline. Oh, the Hierophant reversed. Hang on. Oh, King of Cups reversed. The King of Cups reversed is an emotional manipulator, bro. That's no good. Okay. Yeah, I think this is something that started off too quick in the past. This feels kind of like something that you just jumped right into. I don't have the cards here for it, but I kind of have a little bit of an intuitive inkling that you might have intuitively felt that something was off. But I kind of feel like the person that you dealt with in the past was a bit of an emotional manipulator, a little bit narrow-minded too. A little bit narrow-minded, but it feels like something that you more than likely jumped into way too quick. Things started way too quick. And before you knew it, it was a situation that was very difficult for you to walk away from. I think it just started too quick. In the present moment, somebody's wanting to make a love offer. Is that you? Is that you? Somebody is patiently waiting. Is this you patiently waiting for a love offer to be made? Somebody is. I can't tell who it is. We'll look at this person's energy here in a minute. But with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, it doesn't look like it's happening for whatever reason. It seems like there's a lot of missing pieces in here. This is like a big puzzle with a bunch of missing pieces is what this feels like to me. And that may be what it feels like to you too. That's probably what brought you to this video. I feel that energy big time. Bunch of missing pieces. Anything happening in the future? Disappointment. This to give like a big general overview of this right here. This seems like something that you painted a picture in your mind of who you thought this person was and what you thought your life was, and you ended up finding out that there was a bunch of missing pieces. And I think you're still driving yourself nuts trying to figure out the missing pieces. What was being hidden? You know, what was this person's real motives and intentions? I don't even really know how to put words to it. Like, I'm having a really hard time coming up with the words. So I could see why some of you are sitting around pulling your hair out over this situation. That makes sense. Wow. Okay. It could be a Sagittarius for some of you. I also have Taurus here. But let's go ahead and look at the two cards that are yelling at me the most. King of Cups and Hierophant reversed. Emotional manipulator. Commitment phobe. Man, let's look at their energy, man. Hopefully, maybe we can dig up the missing pieces by looking at their energy and their true feelings and intentions. Let me see how they feel about you at the deepest level. What are their true intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they? See, look, Fool card. Okay. Tower. Tower card. Yeah. So overall, I think this person is the type who has a trail of destruction behind them. They're probably very immature and impulsive. There's the game player card. Very immature, very impulsive, is the type to just jump straight into something without thinking about it. Jump straight into a relationship without thinking about it, without getting to know you, without seeing whether or not our values align, just telling you what you want to hear, and very quick, very impulsive. And then when you act like that, when you live your life like that, the chances that you're going to fuck shit up are astronomically high. And then what happens? I fuck something up and I just say, oops, oh well, fuck that, on to the next. And I'm just ready to jump right straight into another connection. So I think that's what this person's doing, but they do feel unfinished business with you. They do feel a karmic tie to you. Yes, they do. I think there's a part of them every now and then they can't help but check up and see what you're up to, but I don't think they want to talk to you. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense, they weren't really able to forget about this as well as they would like to. So they do still at least probably once a day, once every other day, find themselves checking up on you to see what you're up to, see what's going on with you. But at the same time, they don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to see what's going on with you. Do you miss me? Have you moved on? You know, like, it's none of your business, but you're still looking. You know that type. I don't really know how to put words to it, man. This person's very... See, I told you, dude. I told you. They're watching you. They check up on you to see what you're up to, but they don't want to talk to you. At the same time, they're just being nosy. Being nosy. Let me see. Hang on. I want to dig a little bit deeper than that, dude. Well, what's the point of watching you if they don't want to talk to you? What are they watching for? What are they looking for? Page of Pentacles. Magician reversed. This kind of feels to me like they want to get some kind of inkling that you still miss them. This feels like something deep-seated in this person where they have a complex. They have this complex that probably goes back to childhood where they are easy to forget. They're just easy to forget, and they're self-conscious about it because they feel like their existence isn't very impactful, you know, and they've probably been dumped and forgotten about by a lot of different people, and they feel like they've never really been missed by anybody. So they're checking up on you just to see, am I still making an impact on you? Do you miss me? Does it make sense? I know I'm getting like real specific here, but I'm trying to put the words to this weird energy. I'm nosy. I just want to see what you're up to. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to make sure that I left my mark and make sure you still miss me. Wow. Wow. Well, let's see if there's going to be any kind of outcome with this situation then. Any kind of outcome happening here? Any kind of outcome happening with this situation? Two of Swords reversed. A decision is being made. King of Cups reversed again. I think you're making the decision that you deserve better than this. Yeah, you're making up your mind. You're cutting this person out of your life. Even though you may not want to. You may not want to. But I think you know. Ooh, look at that. You know who that is, right? That's your person. That's your person. You know that your person is out there, and this ain't them. And you know that. You know that. Like you're giving yourself permission to make a head over heart decision. Like the way I feel, I wished that you were my person. I wanted you to be my person. But I know, because I have common sense, that if you were my person, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. The person the universe picked for me would not treat me like that. That would make the universe a moron. So you're making the decision to cut this person out of your life, even though you would rather not. You know that your actual person is out there, and they are. There they are. See, they out there. And I don't think you're settling until you meet that person. And that's the best way to do it, dude. That's the best way to do it. I ain't settling for shit. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. Advice, advice. What is the best advice? Boom. Queen of Wands. Maintain your stance. Maintain your stance. Would it be a good idea for Libra to contact this person or anything? Is there any? Queen of Pentacles, maintain your stance. Oh, Seven of Swords. For right now, it looks like maintaining your stance is the best thing that you could do. It's what it's telling me. It's what it's telling me. This won't be the last that you've heard from them. I think a conversation between the two of you is going to be had eventually at some point. Probably later than sooner, though, honestly. This doesn't feel like it's anytime soon. It doesn't. But for now, you need to maintain, especially if this was recent. Okay, especially for those of you dealing with a situation that was recent. If this was recent, like the last month or so, and you reach out and communicate, you know what that's going to tell them? They have power over you. That's going to put the power dynamic in their hands. So if you leave it quiet for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and they see, oh, damn, not only is Libra setting a boundary, but Libra doing better. You're healing. You're evolving. Now, the next time you see them, you're going to be better off than you were. That's really going to let them know who has the power. That'll put the power dynamic in your hands. Now, that's not something that we should have to worry about, power dynamic. It really isn't. But when you have people who think like that, you're pretty much left with no choice but to worry about the power dynamic, because there's some people that do take advantage of that. You shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to worry about the power dynamic being in your hand or being in my hand. I shouldn't have to worry about that. But if you're the type of person that will take the power dynamic and use it to your advantage, then I'm left with no choice but to make sure that the power dynamic is in my hands, because I'm not going to take advantage of it. I'm not, but I know you will. That makes sense? All right, let's look at the next soul contract due to come in. Next person due to come in. Next person due to come in. Oh, that Hierophant's in the upright this time. Okay, so this is a loaded card with lots of things piled on top of it. First of all, yes, the next soul contract coming in will be long-term commitment. However, at the same time, everything that you went through in the past prepared you for the next connection coming in. You would not be able to function properly in this next soul contract without having learned the spiritual lessons that last soul contract taught you. I had to tell a client this the other day who was wondering when their person is coming in. I had to tell this person, you are not a vibrational match to your person yet. Not yet. Not yet. Even if I went and grabbed the person the universe picked for you and put them in the same room with you right now, and you tried to get with this person, it still wouldn't work. It still wouldn't work because it's not time. The two of you have not reached the optimum vibrational state to align with each other like that yet. Not yet. Not yet. Does that make sense? So with this next soul contract due to come in, you will start to see, it'll be made very, very clear, and a whole new level of healing from the past will be happening the more time rolls on when this next person comes in, because it's going to make sense. It's going to make so much sense. Oh, now I see why I went through that with that last person. Okay, I actually learned a lot from that last relationship and I use those lessons in this one. That's a whole new level of healing when you do that. Transmuting the energy and everything, man. Equal give and take. Ooh. No secrets being kept. I think the only thing that might make you feel a little bit weird in the beginning is that this person is very emotionally independent and not very sappy and emotional. Not really. I don't think it's a bad thing, though. I think this person is the type, they want to form a very strict psychological connection with you first. They want to make sure that you all see eye to eye, that your morals and values are aligned. They want to make sure that the two of you can be friends. And then they're allowing that emotional connection to cultivate slowly and organically. But yeah, this is going to be a connection that's unlike anything you've ever dealt with before. But I do kind of see you getting triggered a little bit, though. Some of you have been in so many toxic relationships that when a healthy relationship comes in, that's so unfamiliar that it triggers you. Believe it or not, we are wired to function like that. You know that, right? If all you know is toxicity, and that's all you're familiar with, see, the ego feels comfortable around familiarity. Doesn't matter if it's toxic, doesn't matter if it's evil, it doesn't matter. Whatever you have been exposed to over and over and over and over and over and over and over, that begins to become your comfort zone. So whenever somebody who actually is a healthy person makes their way into your life, if you've never been in a healthy relationship before, it might trigger you because it's unfamiliar. It's very unfamiliar. Now, I know that's not all of you, but I feel like there is a good number of you who probably haven't been in a healthy relationship before. And I know what that's like. I'll never forget my first healthy relationship. It was weird. It was so bizarre. It was strange, you know? So trust me, I've been there. Looks pretty solid, though. Let's dig their energy and intentions up. Dig up their true feelings. Oh, King of Swords is already showing itself again as soon as I split the deck. Yeah, this person's very emotionally reserved. Okay, let me pick and choose my words. Not emotionally closed off, emotionally reserved. And I know some of you may be saying, oh, that's just a euphemistic way to say the same thing. Not really. This is where intention comes in. I don't think this person's intentions are to remain emotionally closed off. I think that their intentions are very good. They want to make sure that the two of you can form a happy, healthy friendship. That seems to be a very hot topic in the dating world today. I'm going to tell you what, from what I've witnessed, from what I've experienced, from what I've seen, observed, and watched, if a couple never establishes a friendship, it's almost doomed for failure. Because I'm telling you, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, I'm going to tell you what, if you ain't friends, if you never established a friendship, y'all are going to end up hating each other. Because whenever those intense powerful in the beginning feelings wear off, which they will. Yes, they will. Whenever the two of you become comfortable with each other, that in the beginning feeling of dopamine and infatuation will begin to wear off. If y'all ain't friends, you have nothing. We don't enjoy spending time around each other. We can't really have a conversation. We don't enjoy doing the same things together. There's nothing we can enjoy doing together. We don't like hanging out. Telling you, it's important. I don't care what anybody says. And I've heard dating coaches advocate against that. They're full of fucking shit. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right goddamn now. Yeah, this person is an open book as far as them wanting you to know who they are, where they've been. They're not keeping no secrets from you. Not keeping no secrets. They were cheated on in the past too. Yeah, that's a big part of it. They were cheated on in the past. Yeah, their last relationship that came to an end, they're still holding a grudge on the last person that they dealt with. And I think that may be what they're trying to mitigate right now. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're trying to make 100% sure that you ain't going to do them the same way. Because maybe they did that in the past. They jumped into a relationship that they didn't form a friendship with the person. It was all on feelings, no logic at all. Feelings, nothing but feelings and feelings. And they ended up getting cheated on because it turned into a codependency relationship. So they don't want to make that same mistake. Looks pretty solid to me, honestly. Looks pretty solid. Let's, I guess, see the outcome. This isn't too terribly detailed. Let's see. What's the outcome? Uh-oh. Devil card. Uh-oh. Why the devil card? Hang on. Let me get the rest of the spread out before I speak on that. Let me see. 10 of Wands. Oh. 10 of Swords. Yeah, that something's happening here where this emotional connection isn't cultivating in a relatively safe time frame. And if we don't do what we can to cultivate that emotional connection, then eventually the pressure is getting so heavy that the two of you spontaneously combust, and it could sabotage the connection. Wow. I didn't expect that. That took an unexpected left-hand turn. Well, we got to get the advice then. What's the advice for this? Because I don't feel like that's necessary. Looks like there's some pretty solid potential here with this. What's the advice? What's the advice? Nine of Wands. Well, first you got to let your guard down. I know that's hard. I know that's tough. But I've said this before. I'll say it again. There is an art to being vulnerable. There's an art form to it. This is another hot topic that I hear about on the internet all over the place. Vulnerability. There's an art form to vulnerability. See, most people are vulnerable with an expectation. You know, I'm only going to open up to you under the grounds that you do or don't do something. Like, I'm only going to open up to you and express my feelings under the grounds that I can trust you with my feelings. I'm only going to open up and be vulnerable with you under the grounds that you respect me, or, there's an expectation on your part. And I get that. I get that. However, you're almost guaranteed to set yourself up for failure when you have expectations on other people. If I'm good with my intentions, if I'm solid within myself, I can open up and be vulnerable with you. And maybe I can't trust you. But if you fuck me over, at the end of the day, I can still sleep at night because I know where my heart is. And I know what my intentions are. So if I know where my heart is and I know what my intentions are, I know the frequencies that I'm casting and I know the frequencies that you're casting. So you're the one who's going to end up being sabotaged, not me. Does that make sense? You got to think big picture, not small picture, not just the here and now, not what it looks like is happening here and now, not what I think is happening here and now, big picture, talking about the next 2 years type shit. Big picture. If I know that my intentions and my heart are in the right place, big picture, I'm going to be rewarded in the long term. You won't. Even if it looks like you're being rewarded here in the short term, that will eventually end up biting you in the ass in the long run. Make sense? So be the bigger person. I'm not saying just completely let your guard down and let them all the way in all overnight, but be the bigger person and start letting that guard down. Start letting a little bit of vulnerability out there. Slowly but surely. But you always have to go into it from the perspective of, I know where my heart is. I know what my intentions are. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now, I don't care who you are or what your sign is. I don't care if you're a Libra, cross watcher, or who the hell you are. That's one of the most important things that you can do in 2023 is be solid with your own intentions. Because we got one of the biggest problems we have collectively with mankind is people are more worried about other people's opinion than the actual truth. It's like, as long as you know the actual truth, their opinion doesn't fucking matter. That's not what the universe manifests your life experiences under the grounds of. The universe is not manifesting your life under the grounds of someone else's opinion. The universe manifests your life experiences based on what your actual vibration is and what your true intentions are. Okay? It doesn't matter what somebody thinks your intentions are. It doesn't matter if somebody thinks that you're an evil, selfish, hateful person. That doesn't fucking matter. They can think in one hand and shit in the other. It makes no difference. The only conversation that matters is the one you can have with yourself. That's it. And if you stand on that solid, you'll be rewarded left and right. You'll be blessed left and right. The universe will always have your fucking back, dude. Always. Always, always, always. Let's do singles real quick. Singles and the person that you're thinking about. Singles and the person that you're thinking about. No, Eight of Swords reversed. Kind of starting to come to your senses. Starting to acknowledge some things that you may have been ignoring about this person, maybe. Maybe you're starting to see some red flags with this person. Isn't that a bitch? Isn't that like one of the biggest psychological and emotional conundrums you can find yourself in? When, because whenever we really like somebody, come on, don't lie. When you really, really dig somebody, you'll break rules for them, won't you? Yeah, you will. Oh, yes, you will. But then whenever you start acknowledging that, when you're like, yeah, I'm really, really, really into this person, but they're just not trustworthy. They're just not look, I mean, I see them lie to people all the fucking time, man. They're not trustworthy. They're not. But I'm really into them. So that part of you wants to believe that they wouldn't do that to you, but your rational mind knows that if nobody else can trust them, I can't fucking trust them either. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that's already in a relationship, you know? So I'm kind of feeling like there are some kind of red flags you're starting to notice about this person. Really intense connection too. That's the conundrum you're finding yourself in. This is a really intense connection, but at the same time, you're noticing red flags about them. So you're driving yourself nuts. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? Uh-oh, Tower card. Are you going to decide to end this? Maybe you're deciding to end this. I mean, end it meaning like let go of it and just give up on it. Yeah, there's a part of you. This is your scales, flippy floppy. There you go. I ain't said that in a while. This is your scales being flippy floppy. You know, on this side of the scale, clunk, you're really, really into this person. There's a really intense connection and you can't let go of it. But then on this side of the scale, clunk, you're seeing some red flags about this person. You know that something's off. You wish that they were the picture perfect person and everything was in the perfect world, but they're a very imperfect, flawed person. And the red flags are almost, some of them may even be deal breakers. But at the same time, there's this really intense connection with them and it's just driving you nuts, isn't it? Well, let's look and see how they feel about you. By the way, it could be a Gemini or a Cancer for some of you. Let's see how they feel about you. Let's see what their energy looks like. Oh. That's that Seven of Swords. You know what the Seven of Swords is, right? That's that liar. That lying, deceitful, cheating, manipulative little fuck bag. See, you know. Three Cups. You know that this person can't really be trusted. There's a part of you that knows that, but at the same time, this connection is so intense. So what do we do? Moon card. Yeah. Six of Cups reverse. Strength card. Oh, see, you and this person have a karmic contract. Yes, they do feel a soul connection with you as well. They do. They're afraid of commitment, though. If you're dealing with somebody who's currently in a relationship, I don't see them leaving the relationship anytime soon, but they probably are willing to cheat on their partner, which tells you every fucking thing you need to know about them. Period. End of discussion. End of story. Tells you everything you need to know about them. If you're not dealing with somebody that's in a relationship, that's where the majority, they're still very badly burned by their last relationship, and they're still holding on to lots of bitterness and resentment. And I get it, cool, but you know, got to do some healing at some point, or if you just cling to that your whole life, you're gonna sabotage every connection that you try to form with any person. Let's go straight into the advice on this. Straight into the advice. Queen of Wands reversed. World card. It'd probably be in your best interest to listen to your rational mind on this one. Probably would. I think it would be in your best interest to listen to your rational mind on this. Eventually, at some point, you're going to be able to see something that makes it very easy for you to let this go. Very easy. I know it's really hard right now, even with the red flags that you see. But if you can trust your rational mind and do what you know needs to be done, which is hold back and steer clear of this situation, eventually they're going to expose themselves, and somehow, some way, you're going to be thankful that you didn't step into this trap. Because you know there's that justice reverse too. See, deep down inside that even though you have really strong feelings for this person, it's drama waiting to happen. You know that. I get it, dude. I've been there so many fucking times. So many times where you're so into somebody that, you don't even want to look at those red flags. They're right in your face. You're just like, what red flags? I don't see no red flags. Oh no, what red flags? Oh, no, and you want to stuff them under the rug and pretend they don't exist. But all right, let's wrap this up with some random advice. Random advice, whatever random advice Libra needs to hear the most. The Hierophant reverse. All right. Ooh, the Empress. Okay. I just see a bunch of advice I've given so many times. I'm going to try to figure out a different message to send. World card reversed. Okay. I can't steer around this. I've given this advice so many times. Some of y'all are probably sick of hearing it, but I guess this is for the new faces then. Healing, spiritual, emotional, and psychological healing is not something that just happens to you. And it's definitely not something that happens over time. Time does not heal wounds. No, it does not. If time healed wounds, there would be no such thing as childhood trauma. Okay, next time you hear somebody say time heals all wounds, go tell that to somebody who was traumatized as a child. No, it does not. Time doesn't heal shit. The best way to heal is to intentionally transmute the energy. What that means is that whenever something happens to you, that generates an energy. Like, let's say tomorrow your best friend steals money from you. Okay, that's going to create an energy. The energy of anger, the energy of resentment, the energy of betrayal. Okay, that's an energy. I'm not saying good energy, bad energy. Doesn't matter, but it's an energy, and it's a very intense energy. Okay, if you figure out how to take that energy and use that energy as fuel to create something new, and this is where your perception comes into play. You have to use your perception to take that energy, use that energy to create something new. And then once you've created said new thing with that energy, you have to take your perception, tie the new thing that you created to the experience that created the energy, and then you, with the power of your perception, redefine the meaning behind the experience. That's the way that it works. Now, it gets deeper than that, and it can get more complex and convoluted than that, but that lays the foundation of how you can transmute the energy of anything that's ever happened to you. Anything that's ever happened to you. You are the only being in this universe who is responsible for assigning a meaning to the experiences that happen to you. You're the only one who can do that. And once you understand just how powerful your beliefs and your perceptions are, you can create the meaning. See, you know how people in the spiritual community all the time say the answers are within you. You know, you hear that all the fucking time. And I used to hear that all the time, and that never made sense to me. because we're so programmed to believe that somebody outside of us has the answers to our questions. Well, when you understand that your beliefs are what create the answer, and you really fully wrap your mind all the way around how that works, that's when it makes sense that, oh, the answers are inside of me. Whatever I choose to believe the answer is what the fucking answer is. And most people don't trust that they have that kind of power. The answer has to be out here somewhere. There has to be some person who's more spiritually evolved than me. There has to be somebody who's more spiritually awake than me that has the answer. No, there ain't. Even if, let's say you come to me for an answer. I give you my answer, and the answer I give you turns out to be the truth. You're still the one that did it because you believed it. It was still you the whole time. Learn to tap into and use your power and trust yourself. Okay? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Libra friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback y'all still continue to show me every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. I am out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.